What's up, YouTube? This is the Billy Bob HD bringing you a brand new series. Today I'm playing Hearts of Iron 4. This is the KaiserReich mod, and we are starting a brand new campaign today here as Tsarist of Bulgaria, which I think is going to be pretty interesting, right? The Balkans look pretty chopped up compared to sort of HOI for vanilla, right? You know, of course, the Germans winning World War I there, some fracturing of the old Austrian Empire, due to the weakening of that overall world war there. And you've got some interesting countries over here in the Middle East as well. If we take a quick look at our factions map mode, here we go. So the Mitteleuropa here is sort of Germany and some of the old Soviet states that we're seeing along their border here. And then you've got sort of the old, you know, the Third Internationale there, encompassing southern Italy and France there. The old Entente here, so France is pretty much communist now, so the old Entente administration's running down here to North Africa and keeping India in the mix there as well. Canada is also a part of the Entente. US is currently has nothing, and so this is going to be really interesting, right? We've got some interesting, I was looking at the National Focuses tree earlier. We've got some really interesting things we could work towards, including the Fourth Balkan War here, which would put us at war with Serbia. In order to get down to that, we've got to take one of these trees here, but it does all start out with Balkan Hegemony there. And so if I take a look further this way, victory in the Balkans, here's another path that we have. Gains national spirit, militarism, reinforce rate plus 10%, recruitable population 3%. That's going to be huge, right? Consolidate victory, gives us some infrastructure, dominate Albania. And in order to do this, a choice in Albania, we could flex our muscle there quite a bit. But it's going to be really, like I said, it's going to be really interesting to see how this works out. Invest in industry here versus equip our men. And so it's not really sort of the normal minor national focus tree, which is cool. We can also run down here towards another research slot, but we do have to go to war here with Serbia, excuse me. We do have to go to war with Serbia by October 6th, 1937, so we've got a little bit to go before actually doing that. Take a quick look at our industry. I have some decent starting civilian factories, which is nice to see. We've also got 7 military factories to work with here, but manpower very precious right now. You can see recruitable population. I'm getting sort of 242 men per month here, 17K in the bank in terms of overall manpower. Let's go ahead and kick it off here with some initial research. So I like to take the basic machine tools, the construction one, and oh cool, we already have the basic engineering there, which is nice to see. Let's get the radio in at 136 days there. Quick look here, we do have at least infantry equipment level 1 available to our troops to start out with, which is good. Naval-wise, we have updated destroyers, it looks like. Some old light cruisers and such in the mix there as well. Air-wise, fighters, we've got just the basic old fighters there. And so, yeah, looking really good. So, free civilian factories. Let's go ahead and start off with another civilian factory like this and this. 2 of those in a row. That'll get us up to 8 total there. Free military factories now. And you can see my current division template there, just full of infantry, no support battalions. Oh, this one has artillery involved. So we could try to produce some artillery here right off the bat. We have some starting aluminum and chromium within our borders, which is good. Is Romania part of the German faction? No. Iron Guard Romania remains alone there. They do have a militarization option going right here. They could actually invade me coming up at some point. Here is our fleet. So 2 battleships, 3 heavies, 2 lights, and 8 destroyers there. We need to give him an admiral. So this guy has got a couple of modifiers here. Old Guard, and then retreat decision chance, fleet speed while retreating. So he's pretty nifty there, so we'll go ahead and assign him. I think with all of these divisions, 18 divisions total to be exact, I might split them up into 2 different army groups here, because I'm going to want to take this force, for example. We'll create a new general for you. You can be teal group there. We'll put you on the Serbian border like that, so he's got 11 divisions up against that border. Everybody else is going to be stationed over here up against the Romanian border. This will be purple group, like this. 7 divisions. So we need to give him a general. We'll give them him. Oh, I didn't notice this, but 4 actual destroyers now inside of the Black Sea. So let's go ahead and combine them in. We don't have access because of Constantinople, right? And because of Turkey, which is now the Ottoman Empire again. Let's go ahead and pick this national focus now. Political power gain. Secure Macedonia. So I gain a core there on what I'm assuming is going to be Greece. They have the same government type as me. We're both authoritarian, democratic. We could try to declare war up against them by getting those casus bellis, I'm guessing. We're at peace. Gains national spirit, Bulgarian militarism. Yeah, we get that extra manpower by doing this, so I don't meet the requirements. What? We're at peace. Hold on a second. Serbia is a subject nation of ours, or we control the NIS? The Balkan War has to occur before we can get that. Okay. So, of course, then, that only leaves us with one option. Starting here with the Balkan Hegemony. So we'll do that. We have 1 dockyard currently. I can plug him into making some destroyers. So we're going to actually set him to start coming out right there. Already missing some... already missing some freaking resources here right off the bat. Okay, we of course want the infantry equipment in there. So I'm going to give that 3 to start out with. And then, can I build planes? Yeah, those old planes that we talked about. Old tanks. Let's get some artillery up and going here as well. So, for now... Actually, I don't have support weapons researched, do I? Nope. That'll be next in line for sure. Let's stockpile that extra military factory for now. So what does that leave us with? A total need of 3 tungsten, 15 steel, and 1 oil. That's going to hurt my civilian factory production quite a bit there. Black Monday weekends. Examine the economy. 2 civilian factories versus... Yeah, see, we're going to have to make some pretty insane decisions coming up here. To get down to reform the economy. We have to eventually... Okay, we have to eventually get all of these, so... Okay. So having the ability to get some extra civilian factories in does make me feel a little bit more comfortable with buying some steel. So if we go over here, we can buy it from the Germans, the US, the French, or the Russians. Let's buy it from the Russians, because I'm pretty sure they can deliver it from Sevastopol there. So we'll put in an order for 2. Okay. Tungsten, we're missing 3. Thank you, KaiserReich team. Great job, lads. I want to know everything. I want none of this nonsense. Okay. So just starting out here again. We're on speed 1. Let's turn it up to speed 4 here just to get it going. We do need... I'm thinking the Tsardom of Bulgaria. Bulgaria won her independence from the Ottoman Empire in 1878 with the Treaty of San Stefano, but it was even then cut down by the Berlin Congress, becoming the driving force behind the Balkan League and carrying much of the burden of the First Balkan War. Bulgaria felt more betrayed and cut down by her former allies, Greece and Serbia. It was only in the Witchkrieg that the Bulgarian state came to control of which was rightfully hers. King Ferdinand had chosen right, and his vision finally seemed to be a reality. All was not truly perfect, however. Unrest in the newly conquered provinces, subversive nationalist propaganda campaigns by neighbors, and a stagnant economy caused Bulgaria to falter and fail to make full use of their newfound power, even despite German industrial assistance. Tsar Ferdinand abdicated earlier this decade, leaving the throne to his son, Tsar Boris III. Okay. I do have a couple of air bases as well. I do like that we start out with 18 divisions. That's pretty nice. And if we take a quick look here, can't really tell a difference between if it's the... Okay, we are starting to stockpile those artilleries now. Used for reinforcement here. Infantry equipment, that's actually up and running. So I'm thinking that tungsten is going to be most important here, just to get that artillery producing back up. So we can trade away for 1 tungsten now. Who should we buy it from? We'll buy it from the Russians here. We'll buy 1 round of it. Alright, good. So using all except for 1 military factory, which I'm going to use to stand up, definitely stand up some support equipment production. So January of 1936, here we go. We got to get ready to go to war against Serbia here. Let's take a look at their political stats. Currently, they don't have any allies. They've got in between 8 and 9 divisions. So let's go ahead and give a front offensive line order here to Beograd, like that, with our 11 divisions. Black Monday on the 3rd February, 1936, Berlin Stock Exchange stopped sinking. It plunged. Fueled by the instability of the market panic, selling erupted as soon as the stock market opened on Monday morning. It took well into the night for the teleprinters to stop sputtering out the results of what became known as Black Monday. When the results had been analyzed, it was clear that the situation had only gotten worse overnight. We've got an economic collapse here that we're dealing with, so that's going to most likely throw Europe into turmoil, right? Afghanistan declared war on India there, interestingly enough. So that gets us to 1% in world tension. The 5th Anglo-Afghani War. Who cares about Afghanistan? Yep, so they're going to do their best to try to invade India. During my test run of the mod, they were wildly unsuccessful, so let's see how that ends up working out, I guess. Factions over here now. Kingdom of Greece, Serbia. Both not currently involved in a faction, so that's good to see. We're making 1 new destroyer per year. Yippee. Let's actually move the destroyer down like that. Very good. Liberation Day. 3rd of March marks Liberation Day, when years ago at the Treaty of San Stefano we won our independence from the Ottomans. The whole country celebrates, and the streets of Sofia fill with waving flags. Nice. We are making 0.75 political power per day. Black Monday hits Bulgaria almost a month ago. Yes, we know. Now the crash's shockwaves have reached the Tsardom of Bulgaria. German and Austrian-owned companies have closed down or laid off their workers. The Bulgarian lev is losing value, and the resource exports are shrinking. Our own export-oriented economy is on the verge of collapse. Okay, factory output. Oh my god. Gains national spirit. Black Monday crash, which grants production efficiency minus 20%, factory output minus 35%. And so that hurts, right? Look at that. Wow. And Balkan Hegemony is finished. Here's another notification here. Treaty of Bucharest in 1918 officially ended the war for Romania, but at a high cost. The nation was now dominated by German and Austrian industries. Altanian was demilitarized, and oil fields were leased to Germany up to the year 2012. Humiliation of the Romanians had to endure resulted in the nation devolving into a national populist dictatorship led by somebody. Him and his Iron Guard set out a mission to restore Romania to what it should have been, a titan of the Balkans. The first major move conducted by the king was remilitarization of Oltenia, a strategic region in Wallachia with lots of oil reserves and military industry. The Romanian military has already started a mass parade to celebrate success. How dare they? Okay, political potential increase in stability. With our political power gains, we have now had the chance to improve our stability. Got it. To get a higher than average stability level, you'll have to take the corresponding law in the stability screen. It'll cost 150 political power to go to one level higher, and remember that you can still lose those bonuses after some time if your PP goes below 0. Don't worry, this message won't fire again. Okay. So, I'm definitely going to go ahead and invest in industry here. 70 days. So, medium average stability to good stability. Factory output goes up. National unity goes up. That's a really good one to have. Consumer goods goes down. Because we're currently seeing this, the Black Monday crash, the factory outputs hurt big time. So we're going to get 5% of that back, I guess, by doing this. Do we have the option to do a theorist? Nope. No theorists available. So I can't add on to my divisions by going that route. I guess I could exercise the divisions to do that. But I have low manpower and equipment, so that's not going to go very well. Partial mobilization, we need 15% world tension, etc. So I think that is a good place to start. Let's go to good stability here. Boom. Okay, good. So, how does that look when we come back over here now? Production efficiency cap is sitting at 30% there. We're about to get the basic hand tools out to give us a plus 10% against that. Constructions wise, we're down to 4 civilian factories here. April 15th of 37, so in a year from now we're going to get one. Oil of 1. Starting to stockpile the artillery now, for sure. Making almost one of those per day now at this point. But that is a good thing to start stockpiling. We can even move it down to 2 factories here soon. Declared war on Mongolia, so up to 3% in world tension. Tsardom of Bulgaria for glory. Okay. Political scandal. Oh god. The eccentric and outspoken former Tsar Ferdinand has complained that his already considerable pensions are insufficient for a man of his stature. Prime Minister blah blah refused Ferdinand's demands outright, claiming that such extravagance was tasteless in a country suffering from economic depression. Tsar Boris has the ungrateful task of choosing between his father and his prime minister. Who will the Tsar support? We will honor its heroes, which grants consumer goods factories 5%. Let's support. Okay, the Tsar chose to support his father and demands for higher pension. The Tsar's intervention has made it painfully clear that it is the Tsar, not Philov, who holds the real power in Bulgaria. He is faced with the choice of swallowing his pride and dignity to become the Tsar's loyal right-hand man, or... Hold on a second. Okay. Loyal right-hand man, or he could resign and hope his replacement has at least some competence. Favored by Germany. Germany's opinion of us goes down, which grants head of government, market liberals, happy amateur, consumer goods factories 5%, daily political power gain. Yeah, let's resign. Let's do that. I think that results in better stats for the country overall. Low manpower, yes, of course. Starting to stack that infantry equipment up as well. Got some pretty good combat, starting combat width at 18 there. It's not too bad. I'm going to put top priority to reinforcements there. So yeah, that's definitely stockpiling now. So if I were to train up another... I might let that just regenerate, that manpower just regenerate for a little while there. Radio tech is finished. A couple of these techs have finished now. So if I go back over here, we want to get the concentrated industry up and going because of that nice factory output, since we took a hit on that earlier. And then over here, I do want to get the support weapons 1, so we'll get that up and going. Still missing the 1 oil there and the 1 free military factory. And actually, we said we were going to go like this instead at 91 days because we wanted to start stockpiling and producing out support equipment Invest in industry is finished, so I think we got one factory from that, maybe? Because the consumer goods are eating that up as well. But the estimated time for completion, yeah, didn't really help too much. Black Monday weekends. Okay, this helps the... Good. Yeah. Let's take that one next. Just to get our economy back up and going, right? It's going to help those modifiers that we had over here now. Our popularity is rising. Change in popularity. I'm going to have to turn away from that this time because I can't go to negative political power. So, consumer goods. Currently using 8. The Tsar's pensions. That hurt us. It didn't help us. Well, shit. Constantine down here. Where's he? This guy. He's hurting it as well. So we're going to have to look to... yeah, we're going to have to look to remove him when we can. So we're still getting the 0.7 per day now in political power. Okay. Construction level 1 just finished up. Alright. It's July of 36 now. Don't even want to look at tanks quite yet. Let's swing around here and get the support weapons up and going. That's going to look good. Cool. Alright, guys. Well, that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Again, this has been the Billy Bob HD. Please remember to like, subscribe, and/or comment if you've enjoyed my content, and we'll catch you next time.